Hey guys, Lucas here in Venture Surplus, and today we're going to take a look at a new item for us, which is the Forestry Canteen. So we're going to take a look at this thing. It's kind of an issued item. It's USGI technically, but it's not military issue. We're going to take a look at it, what it can do for you, how you're going to be able to carry it, different ways to carry it, and we're going to compare it to your more normal canteens or water bottles, and just look at some of the quirks of it. Not really quirks, but things to consider when you're using these, and if you decide to get one. And overall, why this is a really great canteen to add to your packing list. So let's get into the Forestry Canteen. So let's start this off with a quick comparison so you get a general idea of what this looks like, and you kind of already saw that in the intro as far as comparing it to normal canteens. So right here, Forestry Canteen, and right here is your standard 1 quart USGI canteen. So definitely taller, a little skinnier, well, not quite as wide, maybe not skinnier, but different profile overall, and it's a softer material. It's definitely more almost packable in the sense that you can squeeze it. So it's a little different shape than your normal canteens, and it's not going to fit in your standard USGI canteen pouches, but we'll go and do some pouches that do fit it really well. And now looking at our typical Nalgene kind of water bottle, which was Nalgene. So it's more akin to that, whereas it's taller, it's got definitely more of a broad shoulder to it, which is a good thing, and we'll look at that. And then overall, it's kind of like a weird mix between your canteen and your Nalgene water bottles. So it kind of combines a little bit of those features and everything else. It is a narrow mouth. It uses a kind of non-standard cap. You're probably looking at this and be like, this is a alcohol bottle for Walgreens, CVS, wherever it may be. Yeah, it does look a lot like that. It's very, very similar in overall appearance. But it uses a standard kind of screw cap, nothing that's going to be compatible with your issued NBC caps or anything from a Nalgene. It's just a little different. But that's fine. Narrow mouths are nice, and a good thing about narrow mouths is they're easy to drink out of while on the move. So you don't have to kind of stop. Wide mouths are really nice. They are easy to drink out of, but if you're moving around, sloshing, everything like that, going up a hill, down a hill, you don't want to know where you're looking while you're drinking. You're definitely going to splash some water on you, spill some water, and a narrow mouth helps prevent that quite a bit. So the narrow mouth is nice, even though it has a kind of random kind of cap on there. So size-wise, it is a 1 quart canteen. It's just a combination kind of your Nalgene and your standard canteen as far as overall size and dimensions, which is pretty nice. So a quick quirk about these, when you get these brand new, I'll see if you can hear it. You can kind of hear it hissing, like it's not watertight. And I was really worried about that when we got these, and I started looking at them, started doing a little bit of testing with it. That really worried me. So I immediately filled one up and put a cap on it. I mean, it's filled. You can tell because there's a little slot here. You can tell this one's filled. I was like, man, this is gonna. Well, that didn't work out. Tighten that screw cap down and squeeze that. No water's coming out of it now, other than the little bit I spilled because the cap wasn't tight. Once that cap is nice and tight, you can squeeze this thing to high heavens, and it ain't coming out of there. So ignore that first little bit where I hadn't tightened the cap down, but it's good to go. So that it was a little troublesome, a little worrisome at first because I was worried that we can't really. These canteens are going to be worthless because guys aren't going to put them in their backpack. They're just going to spill all over the place, but they are fine. Once you put that cap on there, nice and tight, you're good to go. So don't worry about spillage, but that is a kind of nice thing because you can pack this thing a little bit tighter into your pack if it's empty. So you can kind of squeeze it down, put that cap on there tighter. It's not going to take up quite as much space, and it's going to refill or re-expand pretty nice. Kind of like the older Nalgenes where you get those opaque white ones, similar to that, which are a little flexible, a little malleable, but definitely a little more just because it's thinner, not quite as round and rigid because of that shape. So pretty cool water bottle. It is nice. So let's take a look at what it fits in and kind of how you can pack these and some cool things you can do with it to really make it worth your while instead of just going with a standard 1 quart canteen or a Nalgene water bottle. So what do these fit in? And like I said, they don't sit at all in your standard USGI 1 quart canteen pouches. So those old GP pouches kind of you have out there that you might have a few of laying around that fit these, very nicely because they were made for them. They're not going to fit in there. You're going to need a taller horizontal type GP pouch, or Eagle Industries V1 and V2 canteen pouches fit these like they're made to. This strap's going to go right over there, so you can hold the shoulders in there, and it's going to fit in there nice and slim, and it's going to fit in there pretty well, pretty easy. So as far as options for carrying these, the Eagle Industries canteen pouches, which we love to carry, we get those whenever we can, so we always try and keep a stock of those to go with these. It fits right in there, fits really well. And because it's a tad bit slimmer than your 1 quart, it's actually a little slimmer to your body, which is a pretty cool thing. It's going to fit in there really well, and it's not going to, kind of bulk out quite as much. This is a good option if you're looking for something to slim down, or maybe change up how you're carrying your canteen or your kit. This is a good way to do it because it's not going to be quite as wide of a water bottle, water source sticking out of your kit. So 1 quart canteen pouches, the Eagle Industries one specifically, fit these very well. Anything kind of similar to these ones is going to fit them most likely. But if you're running out of options, you don't have one of those canteen pouches, you don't feel like buying one, you just want to kind of go what you have. If you have a taller horizontal GP pouch, it's going to fit in there pretty good. And I'll put dimensions of the water bottle itself down on the screen so you can see that and really be able to check out if your pouch is going to fit this and close over it, everything like that. So pretty cool that it fits in one of the the best canteen pouches out there. I wasn't expecting it to. Kind of put it in there just as a test, and it fit right in there. So was pretty happy with that. So carrying options are pretty easy. Now, another cool thing about these is because they're more of a rectangular shape, there's not really any curve to it. It's not really kind of an awkward wide shape that does fit against your body pretty well. It's kind of a packing cube almost shape. Let's say you were going out for a longer haul, out in the mountains, woods, whatever it may be, vehicle-borne operations, something like that, and you wanted to pack your water as well as possible, pretty tight, but still keep it kind of organized and really be able to separate what you got down per a day, something like that. Because these are all 1 quart, you can go with, drink a couple of these a day, you're good to go, easy to refill, easy to kind of separate out your water sources. So same pouches, they fit right in there pretty well. So I got 3 canteens here to test it out with. But you can stack them in there, and they stack, again, like they're meant to go in a pouch like this, and just sit in there really well. So obviously putting a lot of weight on your sustainment pouches right there is going to be a kind of a heavy thing to do. It's going to throw your balance off, especially when you have to balance it out. But just remember that, and just think about that. You can pack these pretty easy. So if you're in a vehicle-borne operations where you're throwing your rock on the outside of your vehicle, but you need as much water as possible, that is something you can really do. Put it in your backpack, your body in your backpack, an accessory pouch in your backpack, and kind of use these to really easily pack out water in a rationed out kind of way. With them being clear, I know it's not a really cool color, but it is, not tactical looking at all because it is a forestry canteen. These are used a lot by the Forest Service, USFS, wildland firefighters, those kind of deals. So it is government issued. That's why I kind of said it's kind of USGI, but not military. Painting these, you can paint these. They do take the paint pretty well. I painted this one with some cold paint, so it didn't stick very well when I did it. But these do take paint pretty well, so you can paint it up, make it a little cooler, and just leave a strip on one side, on the back, wherever it may be. Put a piece of tape, leave a strip so you can see how much water you have in there without having to guess or open it up, look in there, anything like that. And it's also neat because let's say you're doing flavored drinks because you're out there, and flavored drinks are kind of one of those essentials. If you're out there for a long haul, it's kind of a pick-me-up at the end of the day. You can see which one you're using for, your Tang, Kool-Aid, whatever it may be. It's going to be easy to identify which one's got that in there so you don't mix it up or drink it by accident. So overall, pretty cool canteen. Not a lot to it. It's pretty simple, but it does a lot for you. Fitment's awesome because you can fit this on your body in a pouch you probably already have, and it's going to fit a little slimmer to you. It's not going to bulk out quite as wide as your Nalgene water bottles, but so overall, it's a pretty cool item. Was excited when we had the opportunity to start buying these ones. We finally, thought about we had the source for them, and then, pretty exciting item. So make sure you check these out. Grab one if you're looking for a new water source, especially. These are gonna be great, for camping, hiking, adventuring, putting in your car. If you're going for a longer haul, grab a couple of these because it's gonna be pretty cheap, so very affordable to grab. So grab a couple, put it, these are gonna fit pretty much anywhere you have open space in your car. Put them in there, tape them up, whatever it may be, put them in a pouch or a bag, keep them organized and segregated from the rest of your car. It's not jumping around everywhere, and they're gonna fit in there almost like, a bottle of oil, can of oil, you got in the back of your car, something like that. So, pretty cool little item. So definitely check these out, grab one, and pick it up. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely a cool water bottle to check out and grab if you're looking to change up how you're kind of doing your things. I know the pouch options to carry these are kind of, limited to an extent. Your typical 1 quart canteen pouches are going to fit these, but definitely check these out because it is a neat option to have to carry your water in. But yeah, overall, it's pretty cool. Happy to add them to the inventory. Happy to have them available for you guys. So grab them. If you missed out on these, you're watching the video while we're out of stock or something like that, make sure you sign up for emails so you first know about new stock, restock, sales, and everything in between. And make sure you check out our Instagram and follow us over there, because I like to show off stuff like this on a near daily basis, how to use it, tips, tricks, layouts, kit setups, all that kind of stuff too. So appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on the website, sign up for emails, all that stuff. But I do appreciate you watching and look forward to the next video with y'all.